My name's Doug Giraud, and this short video will show you about unpacking your annealer when you first receive it and getting it ready to use. These boxes are stapled with sealed with 5 staples across the top. The easiest way to get them out is to grab them with a pair of needle nose pliers right in the middle of the staple and pull straight up. If you jerk on the cardboard or try and twist the staple back and forth, you make a mess. But if you just pull straight up, they come right out. When you open the box, first thing you'll see is the feed rails to the hopper, the instruction manual, and the bag with your torch and spare parts. Once you remove the annealer from the box, don't throw the box away just yet. There's still one more piece. If you lift the insert out of the box, you'll see the back to the hopper is taped to the insert. So please remove that as well before you get rid of the box. First thing you need to do once everything's been taken out of its package is look for this little Ziploc bag with screws and a spacer in it. You'll need these screws to assemble the hopper. There's one extra screw, so don't worry about if you lose one or you've got one left over, it's an extra. When these hopper pieces are put together, you want to put the angle facing outward so that the part that the cartridges see is a smooth surface inside. If you put it together like this, you put it together backwards. The flange needs to be to the outside so you've got a smooth surface on the inside. The screws go in from the back side. Then once you have both angles screwed to the hopper back plate, it's time to take these 4 screws that are only partially fastened out of the face of the annealer. This is where these 4 holes will line up. The hopper just sits on top. Might need to move these rails slightly. That's why I said to leave them loose, not firm, not tight, until you get all the screws started. Then once everything's started, you can go back and tighten up all the screws. Make sure everything's snug. Okay. Now, the next thing to do is to get the power cord out. It's just stuffed in the back of the machine. And here's your torch, extension hose, and the support bracket for the torch tank, the propane tank. What I suggest is making sure that both ends are clean. Any little dirt will stop these up. So make sure they're clean. When you screw it together, there's a rubber washer in there, so it shouldn't need to be super tight. Take a 7/16 wrench. You can use a ratchet or a wrench. Loosen this screw and loosen this screw on the face of the machine. You can also remove the shipping tape. This is just to keep the trolley from bouncing around as it ships. And you can bolt the bracket to the face of the machine. That thumb screw holds the torch roughly in place. You'll also see that the guide rails on the machine are adjustable. You can loosen the 2 screws, and this rail can slide in or out depending on the size of your cartridge case. For a 223 case, like what we're going to play with today, you need to make sure that that rail is close, but not necessarily touching. And you can verify that it's properly spaced when the case falls all the way through. If it only falls partially and stops, it's because this guide rail is angled and it's pinching the case before it has a chance to fall all the way through. You just don't want it so loose that the case can really move around a lot. But as long as it's there and it can fall straight out, that's adjusted properly.